All right, today's date is 19 December. The disparity between a man and a woman. At the end of this video, I want to use real-time example, real-life scenarios to explain the difference between a man and a woman. You know, growing up, we were told that the opposite of a man is a woman. The opposite of a boy is a girl. You know, but we thought that it's just stopped there. But our forefathers culturally understood that there is a difference between a man, that the opposite of, not different, the opposite of a man is a woman. Just like that, just the same way we have day, and the opposite of day is night. You understand? So now I'm going to read this. I saw this somewhere online, and then at the end of it, I'm going to explain something for us to understand. So a young man cheated on his wife. The background of it, before I start reading: a young man cheated on his wife and then seek for apology, you know, for forgiveness. So the wife forgive him, and then, but after some years, the wife is still talking about the scenario publicly in church, despite the man's reputation and position. But let's read. This is the direct message from the man. Maybe I will attach it in this video. My wife and I had a disagreement, and yes, I cheated, he admitted. I'm deeply ashamed even typing this. Imagine a man. So as I'm reading it, I'll be explaining. I'll be putting some words. Imagine a man telling you, or writing, or believing in his heart, in his conscience, that he is ashamed of typing that he cheated. Okay, but let's read. My wife and I had a disagreement, and yes, I cheated. I'm deeply ashamed even typing this. But I won't pretend I'm the first or last man to ever make that mistake. The difference is that I took responsibility. I was remorseful. I apologized. Who is calling me? Don't call me when I'm making video. The difference is that I took responsibility. I was remorseful. I apologized sincerely. And I believed we had healed and crossed that bridge together. Let's continue. I see men online do worst and feel zero shame, but I didn't hide. I owned my own and fought for my home. So imagine my shock when on Sunday a video surfaced of my wife in church holding a mic, lecturing young girls, using our marriage as an example, loudly emphasizing that a man being in church is not proof he is good for marriage, and casually mentioning that her husband once cheated on her. Apparently, when young girls say they want a husband like her own, she quickly shuts it down in the name of honesty. Let me be honest. I know you admire my husband. I know you want to marry a man like my husband. But let me shock you, because I have to be honest. My husband cheated. Let's continue. Now, help me think this through. The man is asking. The man wants to activate logic. Help me think this through. Forgiveness happened at home. Repentance was accepted privately. But my failure is now a public teaching aid. But my failure is now a public teaching aid. You have forgiven me privately at home, but my failure is now a topic to reference. Healing is quiet, but my mistake gets a microphone. This is someone who knows my position in church, who knows reputation is fragile, yet insists she is not lying to the girls or deceiving them. So I'm asking genuinely, is she not after my reputation? Is this good? She does not even see anything wrong. The disparity between a man and a woman. I'm going to make this video and I'm going to attach this. The man's name is Jane Doe. I don't know if he's the one posting it. But in case you get to see my video, let's do the thinking together. And I will be analyzing it, maybe referencing some of the questions and points you make here. But first, I want you to understand as a married man that there is you as a creature first. You need to travel to understand your biology first. You know, when you fail to understand your biology, your history, basic things that you need to understand, you tend to think differently and you tend to believe different things. And that automatically shapes your reality. Okay? Follow me. Just follow me. Don't be bored with my teach. Just follow me. You will understand it perfectly clear. And I'm going to use most of your lines here and be explaining them. A woman is direct opposite of a man. Not just that word opposite. In thinking, in reasoning, because she is an emotional being who operates 100% on emotions. She doesn't process things the way you process it. You have now activated your logic to be like, is it good to come out publicly to talk about those things, to use you as a reference point? That is you activating logic. A woman is not built that way. To a woman, for her to even still marry you after cheating, what they call cheating, after having an affair, and then she got to know, and your failure, because you have, even you yourself, you are seeing it as a failure. So for her to still marry a failure, it's nothing compared to her coming to lecture girls that you cheated. She is a hero in this scenario here. She's a hero here because you are a failure, and you have admitted that you are a failure. So from the very moment she saw you as a failure, she stopped seeing you as her husband. The way she sees you as permanently changed because of her mindset and even your own mindset. We're like grasshoppers in their eyes, so we in our own eyes. We're like grasshoppers in their eyes, so we in our own eyes. Who told a grown adult man that going to take what rightfully belongs to you, he's cheating? At what point did we define what is cheating? The fact that it is cheating is because you sneak, you hide to go and take what originally, historically, genetically, your body is genetically responding to who you are as a person, and you are already seeing that as a failure. So we in our own eyes. A monogamous man, monogamy, you people don't know. You don't know what you guys are doing. A monogamous man will sneak to go and have an affair with another girl and feel guilty in his heart that he is cheating on his wife, and seek for forgiveness and seek for apology as a failure. And when your wife, after accepting your apology, is still accepting to be your wife and still marry you peacefully in that house, that you are not dead, don't you know it's a very big miracle? She still marries you. She still marries you. That's huge, because we have given our women this equality mindset, that the same feelings, the same way a man feels when a woman cheats is the same way, is the same scenario that plays out when a woman cheats. No, it is not, bro. It is not. It can never be the same. It can never be the same. How does a man even cheat? How does that even make sense? How do you even classify that a man is having an... Because men just create a prison to put... Even when there is an English word that says men are polygamous in nature. It is not my BBO. It is not me that originated that. You think that she feels that your reputation is important compared to how she felt when you broke her heart. Even if it is 1 million years, the woman still sees you as a failure. She has forgiven you. Yes, that's correct. That is why you are still married. To her, forgiveness means that she's still marrying you. I don't know what forgiveness means to you, but to a woman, forgiveness means that she's still marrying you. Because if she has not forgiven you, she will not marry you. She would have moved. So for her to still stay, and each time you are coming to her, she keeps imagining that my husband that I married, and I opened my heart, I loved him, I did everything for him, I never thought he would cheat. A Christian, holy man who prays in church, who when he holds mic to preach, he would have sworn that my husband would never cheat. My husband would never have an affair with any other girl. My husband that I always see as a hero. Young girls, you better not see a man like that too. Don't be surprised. When you raise that standard to see a man like that, you will be disappointed when you find out that the man is not like that. Look at the yardstick. A woman is using the yardstick that was meant for her to judge a man. The standard that was used to judge a woman, if a woman is good, is now the same yardstick that you are using to judge a man. It is the same yardstick a man is even using to judge himself. Something that was originally for you. That when you marry the first wife, as you are growing, you go and marry the second wife. As you are expanding, as the family is expanding, you go in and marry your third wife. And go in and marry your third wife. Someone now comes in to tell you that there is what we call love and monogamy. That you have to marry only one wife and stick to that one wife forever. Not just stick to that one wife. You feel guilty. You feel this. You feel your conscience is like, I have hurt this woman so much by texting another woman, by kissing another girl, by having an affair with this girl. I've hurt my wife. I'm a failure. How do I start to explain to an African man that polygamy is in your nature? You cannot run away from it. It is who you are. Polygamy is who you are. That is why you see 99% of them have side chicks. That is why you see pastors will be on pulpit preaching, but behind they are doing people's wife like this. They are doing people's wife like this. Power, very dark man. Because men are naturally designed to be polygamous. It is in our DNA. It's different. We are just like that. How do you start to even explain this thing? So our forefathers knew these things, and they designed a system that will create that balance. And Irogo Tree is now seeing himself as a failure. You are not a failure, sir. You are not a failure. Stop seeing yourself. The whole issue started and ended with you seeing yourself as a failure as a man. So I blame the husband first. What rightfully belongs to you, you have went to practice something else, and that is why you feel all those things that you are feeling. God will save our men. Sometimes I just feel emotional for us. A man will, it might even be that is the only single time that man did that thing. It might just be that one time, and maybe made up his mind that he will never do it again, and then forcefully restrain himself, forcefully, against all odds, never to do that thing again. Because a man naturally cannot hide things. We are not designed to hide and keep things. We can't. When a man cheats, it's easy for you to catch him. If you do thorough investigation, you will know that, you get to know that the wife cheated too. The wife might even still be sleeping around self. Just that the wife or women are good in secretive. They can keep things. Being an emotional beings, they know how to manipulate themselves out of all scenarios. But they will always project the man as the evil man. They always project. If you want to believe 100 million times that your wife is clean and it's only you for maybe a full year, or since you married, your wife has never, if you are so convinced, ask your wife to go and swear. Take your wife to go and swear. That is when you will know the contextual meaning of monogamy. Go and swear. You should go and swear. So because it's you now, the whole church, it's now a reference point. So when they are talking about marriage, they are using your own mistake, your private marital mistake, as a public. So those young girls now will be looking at you. So this man that is preaching, so this man that is doing all this, cheated on his wife, a failure. The man is already seeing himself as a failure. Instead of practicing monogamy, let everybody follow Gege. Let everybody just rooming like that. The only way we can restore dignity back to marriage is for us to practice polygamy. Thank you very much. Every request for your revolutionary thinker will always step in to do the thinking for us.